Alright, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but here's another Doctor Who rip-off. So I'm going to start with this thing, which isn't really a rip-off because of what it is, and sometimes I go through some more interesting things. By the way, just a note, these screenshots were taken a while ago. Yeah, this is from bloody June. So yeah, basically all the items I'm showing in this video are most likely no longer available, so yeah, sorry about that, but someone has probably already bought this. So yeah, this is a Silver Nemesis Cyberman prototype. Now, I don't know whether this is the B&M version or whether it's a prototype of the original version. I don't know. I don't know if... Because sometimes B&M ones have prototypes, although if they're, for example, almost or pretty much straight up re-releases, generally they won't do. So I'm assuming it's probably an original one, but yeah, it's always interesting to look at it. Personally, me, I'm not really bothered by it, but yeah, in terms of the price of some prototypes, this is, much more reasonable, shall we say, than others. So, but yeah, there it is. It's a thing. So, yeah, here's a bit of a rip-off, though. Now, in terms of the Product Enterprise micro-talking Daleks, for some reason, everything Product Enterprise has shot up in price over the past few years. Like, the price was already gradually going up, but for, since I think around 2020, the price has just insanely gone up so much. Now, this one is in box, and it is apparently signed by Tom Baker on the bottom here. But my god, like, you'd think if you were getting something signed, like, look at the condition of the box. That is in terrible condition. And the problem is, in none of the pictures, you get a good look at the Dalek, so we don't know how good the condition the Dalek is in, whether it's actually got its appendages or have they been snapped off or what. But yeah, the only thing saving it really is the fact that it is signed by Tom Baker. But yeah, 50 quid? Nah, like, realistically, like, if it, for me, I don't know, for me, 35, 40 maximum, but 50 is just pushing it, like, a bit too much, especially for that condition. Like, that's not something you want on your shelf, and that. You don't want something tatty, like looking like that on there. Plus, the signature is on the bottom anyway, so, either you're going to have a signature of the bottom of the box showing if you want it on display, or you're not going to have that on display and just have a tatty box instead. So, yeah, because this would be, something that you'd be more so keeping on display, I guess. No, unless you're me, because I don't have the room to put everything on display. Which, according to some people, doesn't make me a proper fan, since I can't, since I don't physically have enough room to display my collection, that means that I'm not a proper collector. Yeah, because some people have that in their head for some reason. Yeah, sorry that my collection is too big to fully display. Now, speaking of ones, £300, signed by 12 cast and crew members. Yeah, signed edition stuff is like, especially when all of them is like, hi Alan, to Alan. It's just like, it makes it also a lot less special when it's, you're buying it, but it's someone else's name on there. So it kind of immediately, to me at least, loses a lot of its value. Plus, it's remembrance of the Daleks as well. Like, basically, you're paying for this for the signatures. You're paying for that. But for me, £300 is just taking the absolute piss. Like, come on. And I don't know if it's just me, but I think signatures in general have really, over the years, I think because of, people taking selfies now, like, generally people prefer to have selfies, with cast and crew members rather than a signature. I'm not saying signatures have lost their value in that, but, you know, to people in general, it's just less of a thing. But, yeah, I mean, for me, the fact that it's, you know, to someone else, and, you know, the fact that it's 300 fucking quid. Plus, again, it's a bit taxy. Look at the bloody sleeve and that. I mean, it's clearly been in and out of there quite a few times as well. But, yeah. Is it just... Do you actually get the disc? I don't know, but I found that what was interesting for me about it is that... look at that. You got the actual price on there. And you got some BFI stuff and everything like that. That's the more interesting thing to me, but, yeah. Just, sorry, but, not worth it. I don't actually own Remembrance of the Daleks Special Edition. My brother had it, and, thankfully I did a raw rip of it, and, because the reason I say he had it is because, he broke the DVD, like, literally snapped in half because he left it on the floor like all of his other discs and that he never took care of. I think the same fate happened to his Tomb of the Cybermen special edition. So yeah, and the only reason I've never bought it myself is because I might as well just wait for the Blu-ray set to come out, and I've got the raw rip of it, so yeah. But there we go. Hooray. So, yeah, just more information about that. This, for some reason, this is a weird thing that came up when I was searching for Dalek stuff. It was in my recommended section. I have no idea. It's just something weird that came up there. Why? Why has it got Obey Dalek Deface? Why is that in there? I don't know. It's just odd. I'm surprised I remember that. Oh, and then this. There's quite a few sellers that do this. So, these are all from the same seller. Can you see a problem yet? If you can't, let me explain to you. I don't know what the fuck these are. Like, literally, there are tons of Doctor Who sellers and that do this. Like, just put either a generic image up or something like that. And you've no idea what the fuck it is. Like, I don't know whether this is actually a rip-off or not. I'm gonna hazard a guess it probably is, but... Like, I don't know what the fuck they are. And when you go on them, there's no bloody description either. And sometimes they don't ever bother updating them. You can see at the bottom here, there's a couple updated. DWG2. Like, is that just a picture, a bit of film? What the fuck is it? You can also see some other things which, again, far too expensive. Like, Destiny of the Dark set, that is the signed David Goodison limited edition one, but even so, £239. I mean, the postage I understand because it's from United States, but yeah, the Sixth Doctor one is the same price. Like, I mean, you could argue something for the Destiny one because, it's got the David Goodison signature. But this one's like, no arguments. And plus, we have had better releases of a lot of these figures since. So, yeah. I don't know exactly. I could take screenshots of them. See? There's the listings. And that is the description for them. To materialise. Yeah, but they never did because I did keep checking and they never seemed to. So, yeah. Because, like, if you're going to list something, actually list it. Don't just have, like, a placeholder listing because I don't know what the fuck you're selling. So, I don't know why you're expecting people to buy it. So, yeah, don't list something until you actually, A, have a description and B, pictures of it. Oh. So, this is a rare misprint. Well, I say misprint. It's not a misprint, it's just the incorrect inlay has been put in. So, yeah, this is a factory error. where basically it has the wind-up Dalek basically label put in there rather than wind-up TARDIS. But it's not worth $300 or £239.81. Sorry, no, especially when it looks like the box has a bit of damage just there at the top. There, around the plastic. And also round here and that, and round there. Which makes me also a little bit more suspicious, actually. But yeah, it's a shit product to begin with. Like, something like this, I don't know, 30, 40 quid. And to be honest, that's being generous. Because who in their right mind is going to want this? Like, it's not even an interesting, factory error. Like, a more interesting one was, like, for example, if they got the paint wrong, it was the different colour or something like that. But, yeah, because this is a less interesting one. It's something that is, more common to see. But, yeah. And also seeing one of a kind, it might not be. Like, something like this with the wrong inlay in here, that may not be one of a kind. There may be another one. So, yeah, I'm not doubting it's rare. I'm not doubting that. But one of a kind? Yeah, maybe not. And plus, there may be a Dalek with that says Wind Up TARDIS on there. We don't know, but yeah. Okay, sound effects Dalek. Dead planet Dalek. No, is the answer. No. Now, this is an interesting release because it's got the wrong eye stalk. And that's not because this is all the sound effects Dead Planet Daleks. They all had an incorrect eye stalk for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, there's no real reason to track this down, because one, you can track down the B&M version, which is far cheaper and more accurate. So, yeah, there's no real reason to get this. And yeah, I know in the US they're worth more money because, they're harder to get over there and generally they have to be imported, but still, no is the answer. No. And also the postage is really high on this one as well. Like, even for US importing, that is really high. Bloody God. Like, it does, shouldn't be, it should be half, the postage should be half that. So yeah, £44 to post a single Dalek. No. Sorry, but no. And again, the box is a bit frayed at the edges and that as well. There's nothing really special about it other than being the Underground Toys version. Which, were they all that? Oh, I can't remember, to be honest. Okay, Doctor Who Roboman Dalek figure. Okay, so in this they didn't specify whether you're getting all three, but I think it's just the Roboman. And just for the Roboman figure, right? So you're not getting the duck, just the Roboman, £160. No. Like, the Roboman is the least desirable figure in Enemies of the First Doctor set. It is the most common you'll see generally. And also, remember, there are tons of them out there. Like, I don't know why that and the Chase set have suddenly gotten so expensive. Like, I'm not joking when I say it. I mean, I've told this story before, but for years, those sets were at Forbidden Planet for a tenner each. For years, they were. I think the Chase set might have been £20, but eventually they all went down to a tenner each. And then, on the premiere of The Pilot in 2017, Doctor Who, The Pilot, I think it was, they had a sale where you could get all three of those sets, so Enemies of the First Doctor, Enemies of the Third Doctor, and the Chase set, 3 for £15. Now, yes, that was back in 2017, but even so, like, £160 and plus £4.69 postage. No. Just no. Absolutely not. Oh. Well, don't worry, the seller will be back now. So yeah, Energy of the Daleks vinyl. Now, this is interesting because this went up and down in price quite a bit. So, with a lot of Doctor Who vinyl records, especially if they're limited edition, when they first come out, and if they sell out like this did, because it was a Sainsbury's exclusive, the price rockets up immediately. Like, you know, these were going for like £50 to £100. Whereas now, and at the time of when this was listed, which was, again, back in June, these were going for like £30 or less. And even today, you can get them for around that price. Either sometimes, again, brand new for that price. Because most people who bought, a lot of people who bought them, because this was 2018, by the way, this was back in 2018, a lot of them, people who bought them, just bought it as a collector's piece. They didn't actually play it. So a lot of them are still sealed. So, yeah. Also, I think there was more than 500. I could be wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure there was more than 500 of them. I'm pretty sure these were limited to 1,000 or 1,500. I'm almost certain of it because the next one, or the next couple that were released, I think it's, what is it, Invasion of the Zaros or something like that, the 10th Doctor and Rules one that was released. That one was the rarest one, because that one was only 750, I remember. But, yeah, I don't think it was 500, I could be wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure it was at least 1,000 or 1,500. I'll have to check on the back of one of mine, because I actually own two of these. Because it used to be I'd get one sealed and basically frame it, and then I'd have one to actually open and play. I don't do that anymore, simply because I'd run out of money and I'd run out of space far too quickly. So yeah, I can very quickly stop doing that because yeah, it may not seem like it if you only have a couple, but if you have hundreds like I do, you run out of space with records very quickly, and they become very expensive. So yeah. Yeah, that's not 500, that's 1,500. That is a 1 there, so yeah, that is not 500. It is 1,500. So he shows it on the back. So yeah, it is 1,500, not 500, it's 1,500. So yeah, again, these are not, rare, at least not yet. Oh boy, 12 Doctor Who DVDs, iconic episodes. Yeah. I mean, they are. At least some of them are. I wouldn't call... let's see. I wouldn't call Destiny of the Daleks, even Day of the Daleks, or Keep of Traken through to Cash Cavalva iconic. Maybe Legopolis because it has the regeneration in there. And that... But, regardless, it's not worth 130 fucking quid. Like, most of these you can buy brand new for around £6, £5-6 each. And used, like, you could buy, again, all of these for, I'd say, 30-ish, 40 quid maybe. Also, I noticed the top of that, the box on that one, the New Beginnings box, it looks a little bit dirty, actually. The spines on them look a little bit dirty. I don't know if that's just the picture, but yeah, just like, why would you buy these? Why? I mean, for example, most of them, like about over half of them have had Blu-ray releases. The only ones that haven't are Remembrance of the Daleks. And yeah, that's it. That's the only one that hasn't. So yeah, basically if you were, you weren't bothered about the collector's version, you just bought standard editions, you could buy Season 18, Season 19, Season 17, which is just about to come out, and Season 22, and then just buy the two, Resurrection of the Darks and Remembrance, and you still have money to spare. You still have at least 30, 40 quid to spare, rather than buying them. So, yeah, why would you buy those? Why? This is another prototype, and to be honest, this one's probably better price than the others as well. It's actually much more reasonable. So, yeah, this is a Revelation Davos prototype figure, which you can see by his stumpy hand there. And this one looks like a one that isn't possibly screwed together. I'm not sure, because that is a big split along the front there. Again, it's an interesting thing. It's not something I'd be particularly interested in. Maybe if this was in the 50-ish pound range, then maybe I might get it at that price. 125 though, not really too fussed. But again, I can see why it would be someone else's. So, yeah, it's an interesting thing. But yeah, this one did actually get sold. So someone bought it. Oh yeah. So this is an interesting thing. It's a half-eaten apple. Thing is, that is just a generic stock picture of a half-eaten apple. And also, that is not a half-eaten apple. I would say that is at least a 70% eaten apple. Because it goes all the way around. That is not half-eaten. So yeah, this is just one of those, like, joke Facebook Marketplace listings. I've seen quite a few of them on there. And that. Here we go. Doctor Who Memorabilia. So you got, I'm not sure if that's a postcard, just a laminate plate thing. Got some mugs. We've got a TARDIS, Sonic Screwdriver pizza cutter and that. Great. But then this is under the same listing. If I can show you. So this is the first page of the listing. This is the second page. Yeah, this is why I screenshotted it. This is not Doctor Who Memorabilia. Yeah, this is baby toys and that. There's a little Timmy there, I just noticed. But yeah, it's interesting that this is all under Doctor Who Memorabilia. I just thought that was a funny thing. So it's take a call there. But yeah. Now, who likes bootlegs? Because here are some, most likely by the text, Chinese bootlegs of Doctor Who Series 1 through 13. So, yeah. And why would you pay £99.98 or best offer? But yeah, do not buy these. Avoid these like the plague. I don't think they're on eBay anymore, at least I hope not. But yeah, just avoid these like the plague. So yeah, these are basically just bootlegs and that on there. I mean, they are interesting. I wonder though if I wonder if they are actually Blu-rays on actual Blu-ray discs, or have they just put them on DVDs, or what? I'm interested what they are, whether they're, Blu-ray clones, or are they just DVDs pretending to be Blu-rays? What are they? What is the quality like? I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. It's also interesting how for like series 1 and series 3 to 4, they came up with their own sort of design there, where it's a bit of a mishmash. But then for series 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and even 11 and 12, they're using, official artwork. I mean, that is from the series 7 part 1 DVD and Blu-ray box. And that's just using the one for Series 10 Parks. Is that from Part 1 or Part 2? I can't remember. Series 12 is just using that one. And yeah, interestingly, they call them seasons and that as well, rather than series. Also, they don't call it that Flux. They call it Season 13. And also, there's a little bit jagged edges and that on there. So yeah, interesting. Also, new, almost gone. 5 are being sold. That is concerning. Who has bought them? Who on earth has bought them? The fact that 5 have been sold is worrying to me. Now, I'm wondering, are those legitimate sales? Because are they fake sales to try and, make it artificially look like, more being sold? I don't know. But, yeah, no, just avoid. It's not much cheaper than actually officially buying one of those big Blu-ray sets. And that, if you're in the US, in the UK, they're obviously far cheaper. And that was a comment, which I will read at some point. But, yeah, I think we'll end it here with that one, actually. Actually, you know what? I will talk about this comment, actually, just to end it off. I've had this person and a few people talk about my YouTube SEO ranking tags. And basically, it's just like how high your videos ranking and how likely they are to show up in a search result. And mine is apparently at 0%. And I don't care. I really don't care. I am not bothered. Because I am not turning my YouTube channel into a business or anything like that. I have no desire to. So, yeah. Plus, this one, I have had some people who sound more legit. This just sounds fake and phony to me. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll leave it there, people, for now.